You know, I think we'll all agree here on this channel, we're all movie fans, aren't we? We love a good movie. And it's the old movies that really captivate your imagination. But it's not just the films and the brilliant actors and the star power that these individuals had. I don't know about you, but when you see a picture, poster of an old movie, that you think, yeah, you instantly know. Everybody knows the writing of Casablanca, don't they? It's that, you know what I mean? You just think, I know that. Whether it be a brilliant movie like Mildred Pierce starring Joan Crawford, or indeed Gone with the Wind with Vivien Leigh and Clark Gable. My sort of first attention came to, film posters. And as you can imagine, I just loved everything Hollywood growing up. And many years later, I was lucky enough to spend time with the son of the legendary singer, actor and just brilliant entertainer, Dean Martin. And Dean, of course, co-starred with Marilyn Monroe in her very last movie, Something's Got to Give. And he told me that actually one of the most iconic movie posters of all Hollywood time, you would think, was this poster for The 7-Year Itch, starring Marilyn in 1954 and Tom Ewell. Designed, directed, of course, by none other than the brilliant Billy Wilder. Now, apparently, Marilyn Monroe hated this poster. And you see, what it was that she didn't really like, it wasn't the fabulous blow-up dress thing or anything like that. But when they unveiled it, apparently, in Times Square, she wasn't there. She was having a cup of coffee in a coffee shop and she saw them pull the thing down and she said, "They've made my face look ugly. Who wants to look at that?" And as apparently somebody who was with her said, "It's that high up, Marilyn, nobody can see. And who's going to be looking at anything but your fabulous legs?" Nonetheless, she didn't like it. Similar, apparently, according to a source, Elizabeth Taylor wasn't keen on the very first poster type for her mega movie Cleopatra, so that had to be redesigned, repainted. The reason why I mention this is there's a brilliant man that we've sadly just lost at the age of 99, Robert McGuinness, who was literally responsible for so many iconic movie posters. And when you think, as I say, they sell for thousands of pounds now because they are works of art. It's a bit like old theatre posters. There's a lot of effort gone into that. It was an art and you just had to sell the product. And Robert McGuinness certainly knew how to sell the product. One of those people in Hollywood that everybody wanted to, book to make sure that that poster really resonated with the public. And I think you'll agree when you listen to this, the bottom line is he created quite a fair few that will openly just instantly stick in your mind. His first movie poster was for Breakfast at Tiffany's, featuring the illustration of Audrey Hepburn smoking a cigarette in a long holder with her cat wrapped around her neck. He used his wife and the family cat as models. You didn't have to do much with her. She was so perfect, he reportedly said about working with the delicious Audrey. Now, the posters McGuinness really designed for James Bond movies included the brilliant Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Casino Royale, Diamonds Are Forever, Live and Let Die. Well, they all help cement the franchise's reputation for featuring beautiful women consorting with the urban spy against an action-packed background. Now, I'm going to ask you, chums, what was your favourite movie poster? Because, we've all got them, haven't we? I think a lot of people my generation remember things like The Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars, Star Trek, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. At that particular era, there was a lot of sci-fi, when I was growing up. And I just remember a lot of those posters. Of course, iconic ones for my generation, and probably yours too. Saturday Night Fever with the brilliant John Travolta, and Grease with John and Olivia Newton-John, a lovely lady she was. But over to you. What was your favourite movie poster? Did you ever buy a card of it? Did you ever buy a poster of it? Did you have it in your bedroom? Either way, we should salute people like Robert McGuinness, because without him, they wouldn't still be on our mind today. Anybody else agree? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.